Okay guys, this is Dan Hood. I noticed one or two guys complaining about their bands slipping off of slingshots after they tied them because they're too slick. I had a similar problem at one time and figured out the best way for me to make it work. For right now, I'm just going to show you this with this latex I'm about to put on this one to give this a good test drive. It's a very slick, I think it's a super high density HDPE. It's not just the normal buckets. But anyway, the plan is to have the dot showing on one side, and this will be the side the band's attached to. Normally what I do is I start with 2 wraps. This is just normal number 64 office rubber. I go over it. I'll lay the band. This will be for about me, so about there. I'll bring it around, tie it. The first one is always the one you takes a minute. Get it going around. And once I get it good and tied on, about 4 or 5 wraps, I fold the rubber back over. You maybe leave just a touch gap at the bottom if you want. And then if you go over it a second time, and keep going till you're done. You can always trim all the excess and everything later. Some guys go 2 or 3 laps. Yeah, I don't know, I've never found it necessary. Come up here, bring this out enough that I can get my fingers through and grab it if it's too short. And usually I pull it just enough through to loop it like that. And then I keep one end of this loose so I can just pull it out. And by folding it over, I found if you look carefully, you'll notice the bottom is not moving. But if it was to move, this would keep it from going. Sometimes I cut it off. Sometimes with these super long ones, I fold it over again and wrap it some more. Okay? The idea is that when you fold it over, you've now got 2 layers of band with rubber friction on both sides, and it keeps it from doing anything. And I've even put this on not the latex, but the non-powdered stuff, which is really, really slick. And I've put it on HDPE that is super smooth, and I've never had a slip problem. It will slip a little bit and this loop down here will disappear, but once that disappears, it all locks in and nothing ever moves. In fact, I've even had it to where this stuff doesn't even move further up, and you can see I've got it really close to the curve. Anyway, that's just the way I tie bands. You can do it straight down too. For the most part, that works pretty good, but if you ever get one of those super slick ones, I fold them over, and probably a lot of you have seen any HDPE shooter I send you with bands on it, especially that black latex. You'll notice that it's folded over because I've had it pull out once, and then that's when I came up with this. Hopefully this answers your questions. I know this was mainly for setmen, but I know a lot of you have HDPE shooters that are having trouble with it. Just try this, and those of you who say that office rubber tends to ruin latex, yeah, if it's on there for long periods of time. But I don't know about you guys, but I go through band sets so fast, the rubber really doesn't have time to react to anything. Anyway, and of course, you just pull it loose and it all comes back off and nobody's hurt. Thanks. Hopefully that answers some questions.